RVBN, the Rich Video Blog Network, home to top 10 list of everything and anything, weekly NFL predictions, great personality profile, sports video blogs, history video blogs, and lots more. Check out my archive collection in YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and Google+. RVBN, Billerica, Massachusetts. Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Wednesday, October 19, 2016, around 8:10 in the evening, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's the sun's down, but still very, very warm for this time of year. About 65, still a little sticky, so I have my fan on just a little bit just to get it a little cooler. Probably won't need it tomorrow. Next week, much colder. They say Tuesday's high temperature might be only 48 degrees. So please dress appropriately for the seasons change, the temperatures change. You don't wear flip-flops or short shorts in like 30-40 degree weather, because you're going to get a cold, and colds in this time of year could be very hard to shake. Some news to report on the RVBN Newswire. The Cleveland Indians blanked the Toronto Blue Jays by the score 3-0, meaning the Cleveland Indians won the American League Championship, the pennant, and they're going to be in the World Series, which starts Tuesday on Fox. They'll be facing the National League winner, Andrew Miller, pitcher of the Indians, won the American League Championship Series MVP. It's going to be a very busy day in Cleveland, because the Cleveland Cavaliers will get their rings on Tuesday, the same time Game 1 of the World Series is being played, and the Quickie Loans Arena and Progressive Field are next door to each other, so it's going to be crazy in Cleveland Tuesday night. I'm very surprised. They should move the game, like the starting time of the game for the World Series, to the afternoon, in my humble opinion. Have a daytime World Series game for once, but Fox won't allow it. And Patrice Bergeron of the Boston Bruins is on the verge of coming back. He's going to be in the starting lineup on Thursday when the home opener of the Bruins facing off against the New Jersey Devils. He could catch that game on NESN. And the Fight Network is interested in buying TNA, which is so close to bankruptcy. Why? TNA is probably in serious debt. And that's about it on the news from the RVBN Newswire. Be back in a flash. RVBN, Billerica, Massachusetts. My third and final video blog subject of the night is about the top 10 best television stations in the Boston, Manchester television market. This will include some cable networks that are based out of Boston and Manchester. And here they are. Number 10 on this list of the best Boston television stations in the Boston-Manchester market, WGBH Channel 2 in Boston, which has been around since 1955, having a lot of educational programs. One of the strongest PBS stations in the country. About 2/3 of the PBS shows are produced in association with WGBH. Number 9 on this list of the best television stations in Boston, Manchester is Comcast Sportsnet New England, which used to be FSN New England, and Sports Channel New England, and also Prism New England, which started back in 1981. It carries Boston Celtics games. It also has Sportsnet Central, and earlier just New England Sports Tonight, and Felga and Maserati, Simulcast, and Touch on It, Simulcast. Awesome sports channel. Number 8 on this list of the best TV stations in Boston, Manchester television market. WQTV / WABU Channel 68 in Boston, which started out as Star TV, and then it became kind of a independent. In 1983, they actually carried network programming that was preempted by Channel 5, Channel 4, and Channel 7, mainly showing game shows and a lot of classic television series like Star Trek and The Munsters and Leave It to Beaver, Rockford Files, Kojak, Charlie's Angels, Police Woman, and so many others. They also had owned by the Christian Science Monitor for a few years. It was the Monitor channel, but then the Monitor channel unfolded, and it went up for sale, and Boston University bought it, and it was rebranded as WABU. Had some local programming on there, and carried Boston Red Sox games for a couple of years in the late 1990s. And I actually knew somebody who was related to the president of WQTV 68, this guy that used to work at the Somerville Boys and Girls Club, Matt Barrows. His father was the president of WQTV Channel 68. That's a fact, Jack. Number 7 on this list of the best television stations in the Boston, Manchester market, WNXE/WFXT Fox 25, which started in 1977, owned by Pat Robinson CBN. It was first carrying half family type programming and half religious programming, but it became a straightforward independent by the early 80s, carrying Candlepins for Cash, the great Bob Gamere. He's not so great now. And they also showed World Class Championship Wrestling. And when it was converted over to Fox station, it basically became one of the flagship stations for Fox. Also carrying Boston Celtics games in the early 1990s when the Celtics owned Fox 25. Number 6 on this list of the best television stations in Boston, Manchester market, WLVI TV 56, which started as KBG in 1966, eventually becoming WLVI in 1974, having lots of kids programming, 8 hours a day. One of its signature voice overs was Dale Dorman, Uncle Dale. It basically showed every syndicated reruns of basically every ABC sitcom of the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, and also showed WWF wrestling for over 20 years, and also had the news at 10, Boston's first television news program at 10 p.m. with Jack Hines, and Weekend Scoreboard. Eventually, WLVI TV 56 became CW 56 and WB 56, and it was bought by Channel 7 in 2006. Number 4 on this list of the greatest Boston television station, number 5 on this list of the best television stations in Boston, Manchester market is NESN, the New England Sports Network, which has been around since 1984, owned by the Boston Red Sox and the Boston Bruins. Carries all of the games, plus Sports Desk and Sports Tonight and NESN Daily was some of the sports highlight programs. A lot of great television sports personalities started at NESN, and who's who of names. Number 4 on this list of the best TV stations in the Boston, Manchester market, is WSBK TV 38, which started in 1964, owned by Boston as the Catholic Church of Boston as WHTS. Eventually, it became WSBK TV 38, was on the market. It became a top station when they carried Bruins games and the Movie Loft and Red Sox games and Willie Whistle and Ask the Manager. Eventually, it was bought by Viacom, and it's now MyTV38. Number 3 on this list of the best TV stations in Boston, Manchester market, WNDS/WZMY/WBIN Channel 50, which started in 1983. It's based out of Derry, New Hampshire, which is part of the Boston market. It was first an independent station, carrying reruns of classic TV shows, plus it had a weatherman called Weather with Al Capone. Good evening, everybody. It was very funny. Al was very funny, one of his signature stars of WNDS and WZMY for over 20 years. The voiceover was J.J. Wright. And eventually it became ETV, WZMY, having some local programming, and became a member of the MyTV network for about 5 years. Then it got rebranded as WBIN in 2011, showing now NH1 News, which that's probably going to be a future television subject. Future video blog subjects in the near future. Number 2 on this list of the best TV stations in the Boston, Manchester television market, WCVB Channel 5 in Boston, the ABC affiliate, which has been around since 1972. They have the best news coverage of every Boston television station, has the biggest names, and lots of local news. And number 1, the best TV station in Boston, Manchester market, WBZ Television Channel 4, which is the first TV station in Boston and New England, 1948. And it's still running today, 68 years. 2 more years, be 70 years old. That's about it on that. Tomorrow, 3 more video blogs coming for you. First video blog is my personality profile. Tomorrow's personality profile, it will be about professional wrestling manager and referee, the man who calls down the middle, Bill Alfonso. Second video blog of the day is about my take on open space in Billerica. And the third and final video blog of night's personality is the top 10 list. Tomorrow's top 10 list is the top 10 best Amy's in the world. And a spoiler alert, Amy Sweezy's on this list. And keep calm, everybody. And I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Rosenblunt of WCCO. Rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hot, so stunning. She's the best. Amy Sweezy's awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPX Channel 11 in New York is such a rocking cougar. And Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. And in the words of Sean Lucia, get out and send in the clowns. Bye now.